Hey guys, Gary from DIY Electronics. What I want to do today is I'm going to make a video about changing a flat tire on the side of the road. What prompted me to do this was I was way in the backwoods doing a video the other day, and I got a flat tire. I got all of my jacks out and stuff like that, and changed the tire. And then I got to thinking. I said, I wonder if there's any YouTube videos out there on changing tires. So I checked the YouTubes. Of course, there's dozens of them, but none of them go into how to do it safely. A lot of them, all they do is they show you how. They just say, throw the jack under the car, crank it up, take your bolts off, roll over your new tire or your spare, put it on, put the bolts back on, and away you go. That's the long and short of it. Not one of them shows you how to properly put the jack under your car and where to put it under your car. I mean, there's a lot of stuff under that car. There's gas lines, there's brake lines, there's electronics. Somebody could put a jack under there and actually go right up through the floorboards. The other thing they didn't show was just some other safety tips, like put your emergency brake on. Because you know yourself, if you jack up a car, that thing will roll back and forth. And another thing is not once did anybody mention, do not put any part of your body under the car while changing a tire on the side of the road. I'm sure a lot of you viewers out there know, and a lot of you viewers don't know, if you're on the side of the road and a tractor trailer goes by, that car, there's such a vacuum created when a tractor trailer goes by, it'll actually lift your car up, and it'll knock it right off the jack. So that's why I stress, don't put any part of your body underneath that car if you're on the side of the road. Just some common sense stuff, and that's what this video is going to be about. So let me bring you right into the video about how to safely change a tire on the side of the road and make it home alive. See you then. Alright, here we go, guys. So let's just pretend that we got a flat tire. The first thing you want to do, very first thing, is you want to come over here. Now this is a Subaru. This has an electronic brake. Okay, usually there's a brake lever down in here. This is an electronic brake right here. See where it says push on? So I'm going to push it on. Alright, and I heard the brake go on. And if you look down there on my dash, it says brake. So now this is a Subaru. That is an electronic brake. Now, my Rogue has a mechanical brake. So it could, you could have an electronic or a mechanical. You see right there on that pedal? It says push on and push to off. And I don't have a little handle in here either. If you have a little handle, emergency brake down here, you pull it up. Okay? Now, to release this type, watch, I'm gonna set the brake. Okay? I pushed it all the way down. Now to release it, you just hit it again, and it comes right back up. If you got one of those handle ones over here, you push the button in the middle, and you push the brake down. That is how you set the emergency brake. So now, let's go back over. Now, I'm going to show you where your spare tire is. Most generally, now on my Subaru, you open up the hatch, and you go underneath your carpet, and you'll see a handle. It could be just a knob or something. Okay? And then there's the what they call, it's the wrenches for taking off the lug nuts, the lug wrench. And then if I go underneath here, there's my spare tire. Okay? So let's take the lug wrenches out. And let's go over here. I'm going to throw these down here. And I'm going to get set over here so I can, let's see here. Alright, the next thing I want to go over, guys, is the lug wrenches. And we'll go over the jacks after. I'll just put the jacks over here. Alright, your car could have a lug wrench like this, okay? And this end, of course, goes into your lug. This end here, that is made if you had a hubcap. You put it in between here and you pop, and it pops the hubcap off, and then your lug nuts are underneath, okay? That's what this type is. This type here, you're probably looking at it and saying, how the heck is that a lug nut? I mean, a lug nut, you know, remover. All right, right here, you open this up. That's for your lug nuts. Okay? A lot of people didn't know that this is pretty short. Okay? If you wanted more leverage, you press this little button. Gives you another 8 inches to at least loosen up the nuts. So that's what you want to do first. Wait for the traffic to go by. Before you jack up your car, you want to loosen your lug nuts. Just loosen them. Don't take them off. Just loosen them up. Just maybe one turn. That's it. So again, to loosen lug nuts, you put the wrench in there, and you want to turn the lug nut to the left. Lefty-loosey. Okay? So all you do is put it in there and bear down. See that? And it loosen it up. Okay. That's it. Just enough to loosen them. That's it for lug nuts. Okay? So now we got to jack the car up. If you notice, let me just bring you back over here. I have some jacks here. I got 3 jacks. This one here has a little slot, okay? And this is where you jack it up and down. This one here again has the slot. Okay, there is a purpose for that slot. And there's a slot this way, and of course you got where this, you turn this and the jack goes up and down. Let me get those out of the way. Now, let me just do a comparison here. You notice that all 3 of the jacks are different mechanics here. This one's very short, that one's taller, this one's really short. That's because those are 3 different car manufacturers. Not all jacks are made the same. You gotta use the proper jack for your car. So this one is not for this car. This one is not for this car. It's this one. Now what you gotta do, let me get into position here. You gotta turn this jack down far enough to get it under the car. And there is a proper spot to put this, oh, I'm sorry guys. There is a proper spot to put this jack. Let's put it under here. And I'm just gonna bring it up to almost into position, just so you can see. Okay, now, the jack is right here, and here's your slot. Okay? Now, if you look up here on the car, there's two spots. The jack goes right in between those spots, and the slot will grab. Let me just start it in there, and then I'm going to show you. All right? And that slot grabbed at the exact spot on the body where that jack is supposed to go. And that little piece of metal from your car keeps the jack from, the car from sliding out from the jack. So now, let me put you back here. Let me get you in position here. I want you to watch the car as it comes up. Now also with the jack here, you're gonna have a long piece of metal with a hook on it, and then it looks like a handle on the other end. This one is homemade. I lost mine for this car, so I had the homemade one. And what it does is, it's gonna be the same on this, but right here, you put the hook in there, and then that's how you jack it up. So again, I'm going to take the hook, I'm going to put it in. To jack the car up, you crank it to the right. To let the car down, you crank it to the left. So let's crank it to the right. And as I go up, you can watch the tire come off the ground. And you'll also see the car move slightly. But it shouldn't go too far, because remember, I turned on the emergency brake. Keep on cranking. Wish you had the right handle for this, it'd be so much easier. Because the handle is a lot longer and it's a lot stiffer. See that? Did you see the car move? See that? The car's moving, but you can't go too far because I got the emergency brake on. But that's it. Your tire is now off the ground. All right, let me just go up a couple more cranks. The tire is now off the ground. All right. Now to take the tire off, just simply there's your lug nut off. I'm not going to take the tire completely off, you know. Take all the lug nuts off. Take this tire out. I'll do it. Sometimes the lug nuts get caught inside the wrench. Just give it a little bang on the ground. Make sure you don't lose your lug nuts. You can drive with 3 lug nuts, but I wouldn't recommend it. Then sometimes this will be, jammed in there from heat and everything else. Just give it a little kick with your boot. And there you go. Comes right off. Roll it out of the way. Then roll your new one, your spare over. Now this I can't show too well, but you just have to lift it up, set it kind of like on the top lug nut. It can be quite a pain to get it back on there. There we go. And then you just start it down here. Again, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So now I'm turning the nuts to the right. And that will start them back in. You just start them a couple of turns. And then you finish it off with your lug wrench. I'm going to take my gloves off, be easier. They can be kind of tough sometimes to get them started. Now, one of the lug nuts did go rolling somewhere. See that? I lost a lug nut. Oh, here it is, right here. Alright. You put your lug nut wrench back on, and then you're turning to the right, remember. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Okay, now they're pretty tight. You let the jack down. Again, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So you're turning to the left to let the car down. Take it out, and then you just finish it up. I know, guys, I'm not going in a pattern. I don't want to hear about it. I'm just showing the people that don't know how to change a tire, just to get them out of harm's way, get them on their way again. Some guys like to tighten them up at a certain pattern, keeps the wheel straight. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, guys. Now, you put all your equipment back into your car. Close everything up, and remember, release your emergency brake. All right, guys, thumbs up, ring the bell, subscribe. Hey guys, I just wanted to tack this on to the end of the video. See those two little valleys right there? That is where your jack goes in, right between those two little valleys. And they have one on all four corners of the car. That is where your jack goes. All right, and then you can see the thin little spot right there. All right, that is where this goes. Is you put your jack in there. Let me just get it up there and watch. That slot will suck right around those two spots. And now you got like a thin little piece of metal going down between that jack. I don't know if that's focused there, guys. Let me just focus it for you. And that, I just wanted to go over that because I reviewed the film and it didn't look like it came out too good. And just remember, guys, when you have your car in the air, never get any part of your body underneath that car, because a passing car on the highway going by creates such a suction. It'll actually knock your car off the jack. So be very, very careful, especially if you have a lot of tractor trailers going by. Never get any part of your body under the car. Thanks for watching, guys.